On Monday, prominent prosecutor advocate Gerrie Nel resigned from the National Prosecuting Authority. He's now joined lobby group AfriForum as head of its private prosecutions unit. We're now joined by Advocate Nel in studio. Thank you so much for coming in to talk to us this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Joanne.
I'm start off with this, Advocate. I mean, with the reputation you have, you could have literally gone anywhere. Why AfriForum?
It's so exciting. The main thing is I'm creating something new, something that there hasn't been before. It's a challenge for me, and I think it's necessary. So when I was offered an opportunity to create something new, brand new and exciting, I jumped at it.
Legal experts are telling us private prosecutions are very difficult for a couple of reasons. For example, AfriForum is not a statutory body. Also, in many cases where there are private prosecutions, we understand that there has to be some sort of personal injury to clients. Doesn't that severely limit the kind of cases you can prosecute?
That's one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is that although difficult, it's possible. And if we have to develop the law, we'll develop the law. You know, Section 7 of the Criminal Procedure Act was enacted in 1972 or thereabouts, long before there was a constitution. I think it's perhaps now time to relook at it and to see if the courts will not give a wider interpretation to Section 7.
Did the SPCA not challenge this and lose such a case a few months ago?
No, in fact, they then approached the Constitutional Court and won. So they will be able to institute prosecution. So at the Supreme Court of Appeal, they lost. They approached the Constitutional Court and they won.
It's an interesting thing because the SPCA is a statutory body. AfriForum is not. Exactly how will you go about addressing this fear that the wealthy and those in positions of privilege will be able to better access the law and justice if an organisation like yours is allowed to prosecute?
We have to make it really clear. It's not a parallel prosecution line, not at all. We will only have access to those matters that the National Prosecuting Authority decided not to prosecute. They're the only prosecuting authority in this country. Every matter will go to them. Only once they've decided not to prosecute will we have access to only those specific matters. So we don't have carte blanche to take on any matter and to think we can prosecute better at all.
Do you have in mind any matters AfriForum could possibly prosecute in the next few months?
Not at all. I've been in the job 2 days. It's been a hectic time, and I've been given carte blanche to look at matters. So firstly, we'll have to conceptualize this whole process. We'll have to recruit people, and we have to look at cases. So it's way too early for us to even venture a number of cases or specific cases.
I want to ask you about this because there's a stereotyping of AfriForum as an organisation that only looks out for white minority Afrikaner interests. And Ernst Ritz and I had this conversation on set the other day. He tried to tell me that it's not so, but certainly that's the perception of it.
But let me just deal with the perception. Even if that perception exists, we're creating an office, and I was asked to lead this office. I hope that the integrity profile that I've built up over a period of 35 years cannot disappear overnight. I can certainly say that I don't have a political agenda. I've never had one. And I've challenged people, but it's a friendly challenge in saying, please scrutinize us, follow us, see what we do, and criticize us. I think that once we've taken a matter, and if there's a conviction, certainly that would indicate that we were correct in taking a matter to court. If not, let us deal with that.
See, I ask you this because as a state prosecutor, you stood for justice for everyone. And AfriForum's record shows us that its interests are very narrow in terms of who it supports and who it wants to protect. Are you not worried about that?
I'm not worried. I considered it. And I had a discussion with AfriForum, but I'm not concerned at all. I've been given a clean slate. I've not been briefed. I would not have taken the position if I was given strict instructions which cases to take or not. So again, judge me if people bring me matters and I don't take them on. Certainly judge me, criticize me, but up until such time, just give us an opportunity to show everyone that we will not be selective. It will be wrong of us to say that we're creating this because of selective prosecutions, and then on the other hand, we're selective. So certainly we will not be.
I want to ask you about the circumstances under which you left the NPA. I mean, it's difficult. I know what you've said about it in your media conference, but there's a sense that there was a cloud hanging over your head, that you were one of a several number of senior prosecutors being probed over charges of tampering with evidence. Did you leave under a cloud?
Not at all. I did not know of that investigation at all. And, you know, people will then will be able to say, no, but we told him. We told him there's an investigation, and that definitely did not happen. I did not leave because of that investigation. In fact, I'm not concerned about that at all. I am not.
There's a chance, of course, that if they are pursuing charges, these could follow you, surely, into your new post.
It may be, but then again, I've considered that since I've heard about it on Monday afternoon, or when was it, 2 days ago. But I'm not concerned at all. We'll deal with it. If there's anything there, I believe there's nothing, but if there's anything, let's deal with it.
What was your relationship like with NDPP Sean Abrams when you left?
I've not had any relationship with Mr. Abrams, you know, before. Our career paths never crossed. I've had 1 or 2 meetings with Mr. Abrams. We don't know each other well. I've not been part of his management team. I've been a litigator for lots of years, and that's what I want to be. I just want to be a litigator. I don't want to get involved in politics. I've not been involved in politics before, and certainly I don't want to start now.
What would you say is the state of the NPA you left behind?
I want to say that prosecutors at grassroots level, people in Soweto, people in Johannesburg court, people in Pretoria court, are doing an exceptional job. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud to call myself a prosecutor because of those people that work long hours, prepare their matters after hours, go back into court, keep our courts running every day. Those are the prosecutors for me. The NPA for me is prosecutors at grassroots level doing the prosecutions. If you ask me about that, I'm unbelievably proud of all those prosecutors. I think we've got brilliant prosecutors.
And yet there are these constant allegations of political interference in the work they do.
I think we should make it clear that there's a management of an organization and there's the organization. If we criticize, I would say that let's criticize where we want the criticism to go. If we want to criticize management, let's do that. But let the prosecutors at the grassroots level don't feel that we're criticizing them and saying that they're making mistakes, because I don't think so.
What do you see yourself, how do you see yourself composing this unit as you go forward and deciding really what it'll stand for?
Well, we've decided now. The main purpose of this unit is to ensure that there's equality before the law. Whatever we do must be judged by just that. Are we ensuring that there's equality before the law? You know, if we now succeed in the NPA prosecuting all matters, then I'm out of a job. But then that's it, because that's what we want to do. We just want to make sure that everybody is equal before the law and that there are no selective prosecutions. So those 2 things will drive us going forward.
Thank you so much for coming in to talk to us today, Advocate Nel. Lovely chatting to you. That is AfriForum's Gerrie Nel, having joined the organisation on Monday.